like to welcome everyone here today for the opening of the post office. We have Senator Dean Smith from the federal government. He's a senator, and he's made his valuable time to come here and open the post office. Senator Smith has been a real advocate for us in Halls Creek. He's been right behind us on the attempts to bitumise the Tanami Road and other services in Halls Creek. So we really welcome you, Dean Senator Smith, and we're pretty pleased that it's you that are here today to open the thing. We'd all like to Enzo.
Yep.
Where's Enzo? There he is. He's the regional manager for the Australia Post, and he's been a real help for us. I mean, as everyone knows, how valuable the post office service is. As you can see, previously, the previous service was far below standards, and with Enzo came in and actually they took all the gear out of the old post office and they established the temporary post office at the hall, and then the Shire actually tendered for the position for the licence. And reason being, as we thought, that because the service was so important, that it was essential that it be run properly, and we thought that we were the appropriate body to do so. Also, today I'd like to acknowledge Josie Farah, who is a member for Kimberley. Welcome, Josie. We'd like to thank the people that have been involved in the establishment of this post office. The housemasters, Russell from Housemasters and his crew, worked tirelessly in here to get everything ready. And there's Ronnie and Lenny, the painters, Alistair, the electrician, and Megan, the cleaner. And also make reference to the town crew. The town crew, I've been told, did a marvellous job. They put all those post boxes in. And also the council staff, CEO, worked tirelessly to get this thing ready for opening. So I think there was a real good feeling on the council. You know, this is our post office, you know, and everybody wanted to put their effort in and establish it. We've also employed Anthony, postmaster with something like 13 years experience in the postal service, an employed professional person. And we've got Lynn and Amanda, who came from our Shire staff and they've been trained. Also, we can in the future train other Shire staff so that the services doesn't get disrupted in any way. Okay? And we'd like to thank all our ratepayers, of course. When they did the business case, this post office, we found that it was going to cost us about $70,000 a year. So what we had a look at was the visitor centre, and during the off-season, we've actually downgraded. We will downgrade in the off-season, not now. In the off-season, we downgrade the amount of service available and the hours, and the savings from that is able to fund the shortfall of this post office. So anyway, thank you for everything. I'd like to call upon Enzo now from Australia Post to say a few things. Thank you.
Thanks, Malcolm. And good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Great to see a good turnout this morning. And good morning to Senator Dean Smith for coming down to help us open the post office. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to be here today to be part of the official opening of the new Halls Creek post office. This is such an exciting day for Australia Post, the Shire, the post office team, our customers and the Halls Creek community. There have been so many people involved in helping us to re-establish a reliable and efficient postal service in Halls Creek. Firstly, thank you to the Shire and the local businesses on behalf of Australia Post. Firstly, for setting up the temporary site at the community hall, which allowed Australia Post to maintain the services to the community until a new site was completed. I'd also like to thank the Australia Post staff who worked at the temporary site from last December to April this year. And thank you to the community. During this time, all the Australia Post staff commented on how warmly welcome they were made to feel when they worked and stayed in Halls Creek. So thanks very much. And now we have this wonderful new site. Again, thanks to Roger and his team at the Shire who have provided such a modern and accessible post office within this great community service precinct. And I think you'll all agree, the staff here, Anthony, Lynn and Amanda, are doing a wonderful job at the new Halls Creek post office. So a sincere thank you to all on behalf of Australia Post. And importantly, I'd like to sincerely thank the Halls Creek community for their ongoing patience and support. I appreciate it's been a challenging and frustrating period for the community, but it's terrific to have the post office open again and provide essential services to the Halls Creek residents and businesses. Once again, thanks for the opportunity to be here today. Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as I've been travelling across the Kimberley for almost 2 years now, I've never seen a bigger crowd than this. Thanks for coming out for what is a very, very important local event. Very, very warm welcome to Josie, your local state member of parliament. Apologies from Melissa Price, who would have loved to have been here today as well. Can I welcome the constabulary? I am the son of a policeman. My father was a policeman for 35 years. My brother is in the homicide squad. But I grew up in Port Hedland, and I know how important regional communities are and how important some services to regional communities are more important than others. Yes, the pub is important, yes, the road transport is important, but more importantly are communications, and that's why post offices are so critically important for communities like Halls Creek. That's why when Roger and Malcolm called on my support as a local senator to champion your issues in Canberra, I was very, very pleased to step up to the mark and do that. Great to have had some success working with Australia Post with your post office here. Looking forward to having more success with the Tanami Road in years to come. That's going to take a little bit more effort, but I'm confident that we get there. I've got a very, very simple approach to politics, and that is the squeaky wheel gets the oil. My job is to be a loud voice in Canberra, standing up for regional communities like Halls Creek, like Wyndham, like Kununurra, indeed Port Hedland and others, to make sure that we get our voice heard. It's hard enough for us to get our voice heard in Perth sometimes. It's very, very difficult to get our voice heard in Canberra. So as a local senator for Western Australia, someone who's got a great passion for regional communities like Halls Creek, I'm delighted to be here today to work with you, to celebrate with you on what is a great local outcome. There will be other challenges over the course of the next few years, but know that you've got one of your 12 West Australian senators standing up for you and working hard for you, not just in Canberra, but also down in Perth as well. So I'm delighted to be here. Thanks very much, Malcolm, for the invitation. Congratulations to Enzo and Australia Post. Big corporations, big agencies like Australia Post and others often get a bad rap. Sometimes they aren't very, very responsive to the needs of communities, particularly when those communities are isolated like Halls Creek. But Enzo and your team, thank you very, very much for listening, listening to our concerns, and more importantly, getting on top of it, acting for it. And of course, here we are with a red ribbon and a plaque, and here to open up your community post office. And of course, any challenges in the future, don't hesitate to be in touch, and I'm happy to sort of rally to the cause. Thank you very much. Now this is only my second plaque in 4 years as a West Australian senator, so it's very, very dear to me. So
you actually got a bit each.
there we go. Oh, okay. So.
Yay!
It should be a blue. It should be a blue.
Well, I've been on the council for a long time, but as a community person, I remember when the post office, where the Department of Housing is now, that was the actual Australia Post. And then they privatised the post office, and then we seen it move into Thomas Street to Lot 93, and then we see it move back to the Great Northern Highway. So there was some real inconsistency with this location, changing of staff, and the last at Outback Fresh, I'm afraid, that the service deteriorated really dramatically. And look, I tell you what, standing in queues, I think people remember what it was like and how important this service is to this town. I think that really come home to us all. And now, Australia Post came in and they collected all the mail, took it over to the Shire Hall, and operated out of there. And now we see this post office now that is really run very well. You know, we've got Anthony's a professional guy, and there's the two girls behind the counter. They've been trained by Australia Post, and Australia Post has really supported this community through this difficult time. And now, as a local person, I think everyone's got their confidence back in this post office now, and everyone's getting their mail on time. People are doing more banking here. The service has improved, and it will continue to improve. And I think it's a great thing for Halls Creek.
It's a great day for the Halls Creek community. Great partnership between Australia Post, the local shire with Malcolm and Roger, and even their local senator, myself, fighting for improved postal services here in Halls Creek. Top marks to Australia Post for doing the right thing, coming to the party, making sure that the licensed post office was opened again. Great to see so many people turn out today at Halls Creek. Enjoy the sausage sizzle. Hear a few words from the Shire President, from myself and from Australia Post. Regional communications are important to regional communities like Halls Creek. It doesn't matter if it's mobile phone coverage or Australia Post services. So it's a great day to be here in Halls Creek.